Mike Fairbairn, Only Blues Harmonica, Getting Single Holes, What to Do with Them and Your Breath, Part 2. Yeah, the single holes. So some of that was I was puckering and tonguing at the same time, and some of that was tongue block. You can use a combination of techniques, or you can just use one technique. It's entirely up to you what you do. Just going to concentrate, like I did at the end of the last video, on puckering. I see my light's failing a bit here, but we're going to keep going. And so if we ended with U block, but let's just go back to normal puckering. Get the harp in your mouth. Get that whole 4 draw. How do I start my breath? We don't think of the front of the mouth. Think about here. You're actually going to breathe all the way down to the diaphragm, which I'll show you in a minute. It's actually easy. The breath is starting and stopping, all in. And you can do it out. When you, it's all whole 4, that was blow the last time. You can hear the throat then, if you wanted it to, which I do sometimes. So on the blow you can hear it. However fast you can do that. Some people can some people's throat breathing and stopping is very, very quick. Mine is average to slow. I've got other techniques to speed it up if I want to. Just gonna put the light on. Don't go anywhere. We're here. We're hovering. We're here. That's using the tongue. I'll just speak a little bit about tonguing. So I just said to start the breath, just around here. The tongue in that process is just hovering, not doing anything. The other way of doing it, stopping and starting the air, is to be going. What's happened is every time I breathe in, the air is then stopped by the tongue, hitting the top of the mouth. That tongue hits the top of the mouth, the breath stops. Whole 4 draw. I finished with the tongue somewhere around behind the tooth lines on the top of the mouth. It's no big deal, it just stops it effortlessly. It's a bit lighter than the other way. Don't get too addicted to it, as I did early on when I was playing around when the pyramids were being built and all that kind of stuff. But it is fast. The other one can be fast, but not by me. For those other players that are fast with their throats, for pucker, you could listen to Alan Wilson from Canty, Ginny Wells, people like that, fast. Tongue blockers that can do it fast. There's so many. Rob Piazza. Kim Wilson, on. You can hear these fast techniques if you keep your ear. Think, how are they repeating those notes there? Is it with the throat? Are they using the tongue? There's different ways of playing that are lighter and heavier, depending what you want to do. On the subject of single notes, single holes, one thing I didn't say in the last video, don't make too small a mouth opening with your mouth. At the back of the mouth, because with the plastic you're actually, how can I show this? How can I show you? You're going for around, if you take one hole here, you got the plastic there, you see what I'm doing there? You're not pinching in. You want the plastic there too. So you got a bigger square there. I'm not showing that too well. You see what I mean? Make sure the mouth isn't too pinched. Don't be doing that, because you want as much sound as you can out of the tiny reeds in this C, Hohner C harp as you can. So I know it's a lot on single notes, but if you were being taught sax or something, or clarinet, they would spend a long time on it. So once you can get, I'm just looking at my crib sheet here off to the left. I know I'll forget something. Once you can get that whole four draw, and you can start that air, try and go for 3 at a time. Last one's blow. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You could do that. Okay. Once you can get these single holes, you can try every hole on the harp. In the last video, I was saying about playing on the corner. Be careful to get hole 1. We're going to get that harp parallel then. I'm puckering still. Have a little bit of saliva that gets onto the cover plates as you turn. As you get stuck on the cover plates, a little bit of saliva. It's something that will become a habit. You won't even think about it. Hole 10. Be careful of the sharp edge. Get it parallel. Without hole 9. You can hear hole 9 there as I moved over. So once you can get those single holes, try every hole on the harp. I'll say about moving the harp in another video, because next coming up. Don't forget hole 10 like I just did. I got that little vibrato there by waggling my jaw up and down. I'll talk about those things in details, but as you're watching me, you can cop these little things that I'm doing if you want to. They're little tricks and hacks, whatever you want to call them, that I do. Okay, we'd want to start. Well, just one more thing. You know, in the last video, when I'm saying, well, if you try and get hold 2, it's going to sound might sound a bit rough. But now perhaps you're getting it. You're sliding back. You're looking at hole 2, sliding back. Mind that sharp edge on the special 20. That's hole 2 draw. It's a G on the C harp. Hole 3 blow. Hole 3 blow is a G as well. G for draw. That's hole 3 blow. Hole 3 blow. Hole 2 draw. I'm drawing on hole 2 evenly, and I'm blowing on hole 3, and it's the same note. It should sound the same. When you try it, it might sound like this. Don't worry, it's the same for everybody. Try and get them sounding. I actually do this with the harp when I'm playing normally. I will speak about that in another video. But you move the harp how you like just at first. Don't get addicted. Children go like this. Parallel. In the end, we're going to be going like this. We will look at that. It's different for whether you're tom blocking or, well, it's not different. It feels different if you're tom blocking, which I showed a little bit in the last video, but I will go into. I'm just doing pucker. The reason we just do teach at pucker, even for tom blockers, I'll just touch on this, is a lot of tom blockers still pucker hole 1. and then they tongue block out of the right side of their mouth, with the tongue on the left. They tongue block hole 2. Pucker hole 1, tongue block hole 2. Getting advanced there, but so you're gonna be puckering in the end anyway. Although you can tongue block all the harp all the time and not pucker at all, which I will talk about later. But it's getting a bit deeper there. There's some players that do that. So we want those 2s and 3s sounding the same. Ba 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 ba. In, out, in. You can make up these little things to get you fluent on the instrument there. I'm diving down at the camera. I'm just ducking away from you because my train of thought is going. So that hole one is, I haven't touched on bending yet, but when I used to show beginners hole 1, they would often get this sound. And or they get this sound. Quacking. We want this. Oh, the first one they get is an accidental bend. So bending can be a lot easier than you think it is. I say to people, I relax the mouth. It's nice and loosey-goosey. Think of the big O sound. It's starting here. Gently. Hold 1 jaw. If you drop the jaw down too much as you're breathing in, or even move the tongue, you'll get a bend. It's not hard. It's actually really easy. On nearly all of the mid to high range harmonicas. Low ones are a bit different, which we'll look at. So that's at hole 1. Quacking is where you're breathing hard from the front of the mouth. We don't want that. And you're hearing a little bit of wah, ah. It's a natural vibrato that I've got, and some people have and some people don't have. It's not vibrato, it's actually tremolo, where it's the air going in is just varying slightly. It's almost stopping and starting like this. Experiment. I'm playing very lightly to get that. And even if I was to play amplified with a huge amplifier, loud, I'm careful of how I hit that one note and all the rest. Okay, so that's a bit on hole 1 now. And the other thing which I said I'd mention and I haven't done is when I'm the way to think about playing, and it's good for the 1, 2, 3 chord going in. I'll hit that in another video. Is to think about. This will be on the internet. If you wanted to steam up a glass mirror, you're holding a glass mirror just here. Someone says steam that mirror up. You don't go. You go. The air comes from the diaphragm. And when we draw on hole 1, we do exactly the same way, but we're steaming up the mirror in reverse. In reverse. Right, the diaphragm. Sorry, I'm ducking and diving today. So my lungs are here. The diaphragm is a muscle, I believe, that goes up and down like this. It's in singer's tuition books, you get it in. And it controls the lungs, or helps the lungs. I'm not sure exactly how it works. Don't think about it. Just pretend you're steaming up a window. That air is going to activate that diaphragm for you. You don't need to be thinking, oh God, I've got to play for the diaphragm. Just think down here. Make sure hole 1 sounds. No. Keep the mouth relaxed. If I drop that jaw. I can start to get a bend. I'm also increasing the air pressure, but will be coming to bending. I'm just going to check I haven't missed too much here. Oh, God, right. Next video, very important. I will mention it now, just before we stop. When I'm go back to say hole 4 draw, hole 4 blow. When I draw in, I can open my nose, and when I blow out, if my finger's on the harmonica here, my nose is open. I can feel the breath on the back of my finger. Some people's noses don't open. Sometimes they can't tell. I'd recommend getting on hole 4, blow, but taking a big breath. Try and open the nose. If you take a big breath in and blow out, the nose is more likely to open. And you feel the breath on the back of the hand. Big breath in from the diaphragm, not with the shoulders. If you can't feel it on the back of the finger, try and take a big breath in and blow out. And when you stop breathing out, then breathe out through the nose. And you can get the two to overlap. Don't get hung up about it. I will address this issue a bit further down the line. I'm just going to sign off before we get too long. Part 3 coming down the tracks. Mike Fairbairn, only blues harmonica. I hope you're doing okay.